Hello and welcome to another video. In this video I'm just going to talk briefly about how I recreated the SFX sound of the clicker monster from the Last of Us video game. So first of all, and then what I'm going to do is do a quick sound comparison as well using a Ableton Spectrum Analyzer and Ableton Spectral Time, which has a spectrogram in it. I've used this earlier in the videos as well, in the earlier videos, so you should be familiar with them at this point. Right, so to record these vocals in, what I ended up doing was I took one long take, recording my own voice and trying to do some voice acting, and then let me take these things off. So I got raw voice basically at the start, which would have sounded like this. This was used doing an inward breathing technique that I took inspiration from the actual sound designers that created these sounds for The Last of Us, which I've talked about in my literature review. So as you see, it's it's spooky enough sound. As we go back here, I just did just this little vocal rack that I've created. We have a little gain, a gate, compressor, multiband dynamics up to OTT, that's about 50%, a reverb time, delay and delay feedback. I also use Soothe 2, which is an automatic resident kind of reducer. Soothe 2 basically will take the bad frequencies out of your sounds. The reason that was paired with a limiter as well, and also an EQ, taking out this horrible 1.4 region just down a little bit, and also here at 12.1K, as those can be damaging to the hearing. Obviously, as we saw earlier on with the screaming analysis, that is the frequency that is used to startle humans, to alarm them. But however, it's no harm to reduce it a tiny bit, as it is actually damaging to our hearing. Okay, so then the second thing I did was I did the same processing here, but I recorded a different sound. So it nearly sounds like a bird, a dolphin type thing. It's just trying to recreate that sound from the video game. But this is actually what it sounds like originally. But what you can do in Ableton here is there's a preserve feature on transients, where you can actually take the transients right down. And it gives that clicker quality, which I think is very close to the video game. These were then chopped and tailed, and they were just put together. So let's have a listen without the Atmos to them. That's number 1. Number 2 is coming up. Number 3. Number 4. This was layered with a bit of background ambience, just atmosphere or the drone that I made in Serum. This was because the actual original audio from The Last of Us it's taken from an in-game moment, not just an isolated vocal sample. So it meant that when we're going to be analyzing in a moment, it was going to just kind of make the spectrogram and the spectrum analysis frequency look a little bit different. So yeah, brilliant. So as we've gone through the creation of those sounds, now I just want to do a little analysis of them. So let's have a little look here on the spectrum first of all, on this first sound. So again, as we saw earlier on, we're getting a lot of higher registered sounds. We can hear the drone down here. We're getting stuff from 1K up to around 2K, which is the really sharp sounds. From around here, that's That's that sweet spot again that we found in the psycho string analysis with the scream, around that 1 to 1.1-ish area, 1 to 2. That seems to be 1 point, I would say, to 1.60. It seems to be that perfect area. If we just turn this down, we can just hear the screams. Again, that's that exact region again. You can also see analysis of the vocal sample here in our spectrogram. It's quite a busy one as well compared to the quite different to the human scream that we saw, the female scream that we were talking about earlier on in the psychoanalysis video. As that was more lines here. This is very busy, more close to the male scream, even though it has more sonic kind of similarities to a female scream, in my opinion. Here we go with the. Let's just have a listen to the original audio. Again, we have that sweet spot between 1K and also 1.7. Yeah. See the spikes here and here with the clicks we can hear. Now, what you can see there is that it is in a similar frequency range, and which does show that if you are given, the set of rules, you can recreate something similar. Of course, this is done in a professional studio, and this is done in a bedroom studio. But I'm not a voice actor, but despite the quality of the voice acting, it's still pairing a very, very similar result. It's in that perfect 1K and above region is the main hitter there. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching this as well.